Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm a day late, but I'm here. Yesterday was a little bit crazy, so I couldn't jump on and go live. I have some new girls training in shipping, and I needed to make sure that they knew what they were doing and all that fun stuff. But I'm jumping on today because we had a new arrival yesterday, and I know a bunch of you have been waiting for this restock, and it is here. So I'm just checking, and I want to make sure that it's showing live on my page, which it's not yet. There we go. Let me just make sure that we've got volume, and we will jump right in here. Okay, perfect. We're good to go. So these were sold out for just a minute. I think it was only like 2 weeks, but I've been getting messages. I've been getting emails. I let everyone know that they were already on order, and then they showed up early yesterday. And so I wanted to give you an idea. I know a lot of you are using these for cards, but they're so much more versatile than that. So I want to do another project today. I have got one of these glass jars that I actually picked this up at IKEA when I was there. But you could probably find these in your local thrift stores as well, or any type of jar will work. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. And as you jump on, I know the text went out. I'm not sure how long the delay is between the text and when. Ooh, if I go that way, I'm not in the camera. When you guys pop on. But some other things that I have today, I'm going to be doing some white chalk paint on here. I redid my whole camera setup today, so I've got to figure out where I need to be because what I had before just wasn't working. So I redid the overhead, and so I've just got to figure out where the middle is right now. I had Mod Podge, but I was going to do a Mod Podge project, and then I changed my mind at the last minute, so you don't need that. I do have some water because we're going to thin this out. I've got the Soulful Sentiments transfers. Again, these you can buy themselves or you can buy them in the card making kit. And then I've got some twine. I have got some extra ribbon here. I thought these were fun colors that would match this. And yeah, we're just going to jump on and get at it here. So again, these were originally designed for card makers, but it's not limited to card making. So our transfers can literally stick to almost anything. The only thing I haven't been able to get them to stick to is wax. But so you can stick them to plastic, you can send them to metal, to glass, any painted surface, to wood. I've seen ladies do them to rocks. They put them on the rocks and hide the rocks, which is a super cute idea. But basically we have a bunch of different verses here in some nice watercolors. We've got flowers. We've got some transparent ones if you don't want any of the colors. And we've got some butterflies, again, some more flowers. And then on the third sheet, again, more of the same. We've got some watercolors, we've got some flowers. I actually did not think about this before I started as to which one I want to use. So I'm going to have to float around here a little bit to figure out. I'm going to be painting the inside of the jar white. And I'm going to show you how we do that. You could also paint the outside, but if you paint the inside, then you don't have to worry about, I really think this His Mercies Are New Every Morning is a really pretty one. I think I'm going to use that one. If you paint the inside, then you don't have to, one, you don't have to worry about waiting for the paint to dry. And then two, you have a nice surface to go ahead and apply the transfer to. So it does come with this rub-on transfer tool. We also offer the precision transfer tool, which is great to get into the little nooks and get the little tiny pieces pressed down. I don't know if I'll need that today or not, but we will see. But as you jump on, let me know. Hi, Cindy's here. I have to pop that up there. Cindy absolutely loves the colors on this rub-on transfer set. Cindy, I do too. I knew it was going to sell quickly. I did not realize it was going to sell out as quickly as it did. I think we only lasted like 2.5, 3 weeks, and we sold out of the last shipment. I only reordered the same amount. So I'm just going to pour some of this in here. So I don't know how fast it's going to sell out this time. If you want more, I would get them, especially if you want them for your holiday crafting, because it does take me a little bit to get them in. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of water to my chalk paint here, and I'm gonna mix this up. I finally did get new brushes, but I thought I had like a paint. I thought I had like a paint stir stick. And I might need more here. I think I didn't get enough. So what we're getting is just like this. Sorry, again, I'm getting used to the camera here. Like, you want enough that it's going to cover it. Like we might, it looks like we need to add some more. And again, you might just have to play with this. I've got a tub over here on the side that I'm going to dump the extra in. But you're just going to kind of play with this until you get enough of the paint and enough of the consistency. You could do a color as well, like if you wanted to do black, if you wanted to do like a teal or a white. I'm actually going to stir this again just to see where we're at with consistency. You need enough that you can swish it around and paint the inside. I always have a heavy hand, you know that if you watch me. So I was a little bit, I'm trying to go less is more type deal. Okay, Tammy has a question. Is there a reason you use chalk paint as opposed to a matte finish? So chalk paint does kind of have a matte finish, and so that's the reason that I use it. You could use acrylic for this as well. I've only ever done this technique with the actual chalk paint, but you could use acrylic. The key is to kind of thin it out, because what we're going to do is we're going to use, you can kind of see how it's like coating the inside. And so the key is you need enough to go all the way to the top of the jar. And so I'm just tilting it a little bit and spinning it around. And then as I get to the top here, I'm running out of paint. No, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. I think we got it. Oh, just a little bit there. All right, we'll try and get this section here. Oh my gosh, that's probably the best I've done. Look at that. All right, I'm just shaking it to kind of get that rest. All right, we're good. And then I didn't put the seal in here, so you can see that it's trying to come out the outside. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here. And so I'm going to have push that over aside. So I'm going to let that dry. And I've got some tissues here. Now that's probably not going to dry while we're on the video. I do have my heat thing. Maybe I'll hit it with that. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut out the transfer that I want to use. And I've got better scissors down here. I swear this system like updated a little bit and everything's a little bit different. So I'm going to use this Lamentations verse, and I'm going to see what else I have here. So I'm going to use the Lamentations verse, and there was some extra butterflies over here I'm going to come back and grab. Joanne wants to know, is acrylic is okay, but do we need to use glass paint acrylic instead of regular acrylic? No, I don't think so. Because you're not going to be, well, this particular jar, other jars you may put stuff on the inside. This one has like a lid, so I'm not going to be putting anything inside of it. So it's going to be completely sealed. It's not going to get nicked or anything. If you are going to use it for like a pencil holder or something where you're going to be sticking stuff in there, then yes, maybe you want to use, I've never used glass acrylic, but I'm assuming maybe it has like a type of a sealant on it. You might want to do something like that so the paint doesn't like chip, or like the stuff you're putting into the jar doesn't like break through the paint and break through what you've got there. But again, I've only ever used the chalk paint, and I'm not putting anything in the glass. I'm just going to use this as like a glass on my table, just to be cute. I'm not sticking anything in it. Okay, so I just want to see if there's any of these other butterflies that I want to use or anything else. We've got these two here, and then we also have these two here. I definitely think I'm bringing in this pink one, so I'm going to cut her out. And I do like this little thing here, so I'm going to grab that. I have no idea where I'm putting these yet, so we'll just figure it out on the fly. All right, so that's what we've got. Now, in a perfect world, you're gonna wanna let this dry. So you can see how much of the paint is coming out of the inside. And I have got paint on the metal part. I've got paint on the seal. Note to self, put the seal on it. Oh, Cindy said she missed the beginning. Where did I get the jar? Cindy, I found this jar at IKEA, and I want to say it was like a couple dollars because I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a great deal. It's a small one, so it's like super cheap. Okay, so you can kind of see I've still got bubbles and stuff in there. But obviously you want to let this dry. For today's purpose, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the stuff on it. And I am getting white paint everywhere, which is a good thing that I have my surface saver because otherwise I'd have this white paint everywhere. Okay, so I've got to figure out where I kind of want the front to be. So I'm thinking I do want this to show, and I'm going to come through and I'll clean this afterwards and get all the paint out. If I was at home, I'd run under some water, but you know, on camera, what happens, happens. So I think I'm going to start with my original, the first design, well, my focus design. I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just close this so I don't have that coming all over. Okay, so I think I'm going to do my original, the first one that I picked here. What I like about these glasses is it does have the bend here, but then this part is pretty flat. So that's going to make it pretty easy for us to get the design on here. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now with these, they're really simple. You're just going to peel off the backing, and that's going to expose the actual design. You want to make sure that you don't touch any of this where any of the design is, because if I stick my finger on there, it is going to stick to my finger, and we don't want it to. So you want to keep your hands and your fingers anywhere where it's clear here and you don't have anything. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set this down. And I'm going to try and get it as straight as I can. These are pretty sticky, so you're not going to be able to like put it down and then move it. Now this is a bent surface, so I am having to, I don't know if you can see that, see how it's not perfectly laying. So I'm just taking it and going from the bottom up, and I'm actually using my hands. I'm not using the transfer tool. So again, you're going to want to work from the center out. And I'm just pushing it down. And then as it's fighting against the curve of the jar, it's already like coming off of the sheet. So again, work from the center out because we want it nice and flat. And then you can peel it off. Now you can see in here, I do have some wrinkled spots. So I'm going to come in here with the sheet to protect it so I'm not sticking, it's not sticking to my fingers. And I'm just going to work out these wrinkles with some pressure. So if you have any bubbles or wrinkles, you're just going to come back. Just make sure that you put the sheet down so you're not using your hand. So you can kind of see what we have there. So then we have like a nice, adorable design on there. All right, so I've got that one. And then I've got my butterflies. I've got to figure out where I want those. Just trying to see what else I have here. I think I'm going to put one right here. All right, I think that's what we're going to do. Again, in a perfect world, you are going to want to let the paint on the inside dry. Rosie, hello, hello. She's asking if they are waterproof. They are not. I would not put this through a dishwasher. Now, water resistant, yes. Waterproof, no. If you're gonna put it through a dishwasher or have something that has like a lot of traffic, I would go ahead and seal it with something like probably one of my acrylic sealers. Okay, see, I started peeling that one off. It wasn't quite ready yet. Now, if it's not strong enough for me, if it's not stuck enough for me to use my hand to peel it off, I would come back in with one of the transfer tools. Okay, and then we have this one. I just needed to decide if I'm going to put this on here or if it's going to be too much. I have a tendency to do too much, so I'm just checking. Just have to make sure. I like to overdo it. I might actually, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to save this one for another day. I have a little stash down here, one's for another day. And I think I'm just going to leave it like this because I don't want to overdo it. Now you'll notice too, I didn't do the paint in the top. That's a personal preference. You could actually do the top a whole nother color if you wanted, like a teal or something to bring this up. I'm trying to see what colors I have. So you could pour it all around in here and you could do a different color. You could actually do black, which I think would look really cute, but because this is not dry, I'm a little hesitant to get a little crazy with that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do my top next. Let me go ahead and turn my glue gun on. So my vision was to have the string wrapping around here. Now again, because this one has like a clamp, you know, it's a little wonky working around the top. If you had like a mason jar, it would be a little bit easier. But we're just going to work with what we have today. So I'm just threading this through so you can see what I have going on. And actually, I'm thinking I'm going to thread this through the back way. I was going to tack it down with some glue, but I want that on the back side, not on the front where you can see it. Well, you wouldn't think sticking it through here would be so difficult, but here we are. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave the little tail on the back because I want to tack that down there. Again, I got this jar at IKEA, but I bet you could find very similar jars like at your local Goodwill, thrift stores. And I've seen these in a bunch of different colors. Like I have some teal ones. I'm going to take this around just a few times. And I'm just going under the little latch here. It'd probably be easier if I open it up, but then I'm afraid I'm not going to catch that. The lip, there's like a little lip on this one. Oh, hello, Nona. Nona says she's new to Christian craft paper. Is this like vinyl? They are very similar to vinyl. Technically, I think they're made out of vinyl, but they're super, super thin. So like a sticker kind of, but really super thin. And so you just rub them on and then they stay stuck. They're super thin and super sticky. All right. I'm not fighting with this. Oh, nope, I have to. Just kidding. I was going to say I wasn't fighting with the lash anymore, but then when I open it up, it moves. So, wham. I guess I am fighting with it. I think I can get it through one more time on this stinking thing here. My jute's starting to fray at the end. It does not want to go through. You know me, I always got to do the difficult way here. Okay, I'm going to get a little loop there and shove it through. I swear, this transfer tool, it's like my go-to tool. Like, I just use it for everything. It's easier to get it around this back one because it's wider. And I think that's as much as we're going to get. I was trying to give my glue gun some time to heat up because I totally forgot to turn it on before I jumped on live. Silly me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tack this. Are they permanent when you put it on a mason jar cup? Yes. Nana Oka 25. That is a great question. Yes, they are. Once you stick that sucker down, it's stuck. So that's why it's important not to get it stuck to your finger when you're trying to apply it, because you will, it will stick to your finger and then it will obviously ruin the design. So they are super sticky. Yeah, you kind of get one shot to get it down. So take your time. I want to make sure that I have just trying to make sure I get it. It looks decent in the front before I tack it all down here. All right, we look good. We're going to go ahead and tack the back down here. And I'm just adding a little bit of glue. That's going to hold it in place and then also keep it from unraveling there. Yeah, they are permanent, but they're just not, like, you can't put it through a dishwasher. They do stick to glass, wood, plastic, fabric. What am I missing? Metal. The only thing I've had issue having them stuck to is wax. Because we had some, originally we had, our candles were like faux wax. The candles we have now are not faux wax. They're actually like a plastic material, so they will stick to our current candles. I should do that one too. I don't have any of them in here, but I should do another tutorial on that. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and make my bow. I'm trying to put this so that you guys can see it. Stick it right there. Just trying to roll around. Okay, so let's do a little bow for this. And I think I'm gonna layer this ribbon. I'm gonna layer, and then some of the jute. Actually, you know what? I have some raffia. I might, don't mind me moving stuff around. Hello, Norma. All right, got all kinds of stuff here. Just hold on. I hide this in here. I got my little bundle of raffia. I forgot to get that out. You know, got to keep stuff close because I might change my mind at the last minute. Okay, so we're just gonna use. Oh, I almost forgot. I always almost forget to put the string thing in here before I start making the bow. So this is the mini Bowdabra. I absolutely love this thing. It has been. Oh, Facebook is calling me. Go figure. Nona says it's coming out so cute. Thank you, Nona. I appreciate it. I know I was gonna do a napkin project this morning, and then I was like, you know what? I need to let everyone know that these are back in stock. So why don't we do something with these? All right, so I'm just gonna make the edges cute right now. I might end up shortening them. We'll see. But this Bowdabra is like the best thing ever. I seriously stink at bows. Like, before, when I first started doing classes, I was Googling I'm not even kidding you. I was going online before every class and like trying to find a bow, trying to watch a tutorial on how to make a bow. Like, bows are my nemesis, I swear. All right, we're gonna use some of this too. I'm just trying to get some good textures here. And I might do this one a couple of times. And I might change my mind in the middle of doing it. Who knows? Nana Oka, I don't even know if I'm saying this. Nana, from YouTube is asking, where did I get that ribbon maker from? So this I actually got on Amazon. If you go to my page, and there should be tagged near the very top, it'll say Melanie's Favorite Things, and I have the direct link on there, so you can grab it there. It comes with the ribbon maker, so it comes with this thing, and then it also comes with, like, you can pick which string you want. Like, they give you a roll of string to use as the what do you call it, as this part, and you can only pick gold or silver, and I don't really use either of those colors, but it does come with it if you like that, so it comes with that too. But I always just use raffia or jute or something. I don't know, I like, maybe for Christmas I'll use that, the gold or silver. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some of this too, and again, I'm just trying to get a bunch of texture into this. I think this bow is gonna hide my painted latch. We won't tell anybody. All right, I got all this. So it gives you this thing, and then you're just gonna use it to shove it down. Just jam it down real good. And then your raffia is gonna pop back up, so just hold it down. I probably should have done the raffia on the bottom because it does have a mind of its own. Basically, this thing is just like an extra set of hands. All right, so I've got it tied. So then when you take it out, like, it's all like cutesy already. Now, one of these days I'll get smart and start building the bow upside down, because when you tie it, like, your knot's on the front. So I gotta flip it around so my knot's on the back. One of these days I'll figure it out. Miss Dixie, what are you into? No, girl. Miss Dixie is trying to eat a sheet of balloon. Is that what you call this? Dang her. I don't even know where she got that. What are you doing, silly girl? Do you want to come up here and say hi? Oh, yeah. Miss Dixie wants to say hi. She's getting big. You're going to look at the camera, not me. Say hi, Miss Dixie. She doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, I think she's like 6 months now. My husband, I don't know. You guys have to tell me. You're probably better at following along with the ages of her. Like, she has so seriously been the best dog. Totally worth going to Minnesota and getting her. All right, I'm just adjusting this. So I've got like some big loops here. But this is what we have so far for our little bow. Obviously, you know, you're going to want to play with it. All right. Whew, now I got to figure out where I want it. And I'm thinking it's going to go right there. Now, these little tails from the tie, we can leave them in there. I actually wish this one would have been longer. Dixie, you're going to have to wait. So I either have to cut them the same size. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm going to have to let her out. I can't let you all the way outside, Missy. Parky's in camp. So my husband had to go, I think he went to go pick him up. Yeah, oh yeah, he's gone picking him up right now because he had to be picked up at 10. Okay, I think we're gonna go something like that. So let's go ahead and attach that, and then I might add a little something to the middle of the bow, because you know I always do. So I'm just gonna put a big old chunk of glue right here. And again, this will be nice because it's gonna cover up the fact that I painted all that. I'm gonna do it a little bit in front of the latch so that I can open it back up, because I've got to dry this out. Like, my paint's still not dry. All right, this is just me fussing with the bow. So obviously I'm gonna have to do something with that. This actually doesn't look too bad. Usually I try and stick something in the middle of the bow. I think I am gonna add that. I've got these cute little jute flowers. We're gonna go ahead and add that. I don't know. I feel like my bows, I look at them like flowers or something, like they need a center. I also had, shoot, I could have done Oh, you know what? We're taking that off. I'm doing a butterfly. All right. Sometimes you change your mind and it's fine. I totally forgot I had butterflies in here. All right. So let's see what we have here. Seeing at what colors of butterflies I have. I think I might, oh no, I have a few others. Let's see which, I just want to get one that matches good here. We do sell these butterfly buttons. So Dixie, you're going to have to wait. I almost think this yellow and red. Actually, I think the blue. We're going to go with the blue. All right, going to get those out of the way. Dixie, you're going to have to hold on. All right. I'm going to have to put this in here. I might, actually, I need a whole lot more glue than that. All right, we'll put it on the actual butterfly. Okay, gonna hold that. Oh, I'm not even on the camera. Again, apologies, ladies. This is my new, completely new setup. And I've got to figure out where the camera needs to be. Oh, I've got glue strings in here. All right, we will mess with that. All right, I've got to mess with my bow a little bit, and I'll make sure to take some pictures. But this is just one of the ideas that you could do with, again, the rub-on transfers. So this set is from our Soulful Sentiments. We have multiple sets. We have Faith-Filled Fall. We have I Am With You Always. We have a Christmas one that still. We'll be releasing more Christmas. I know there's been a bunch of you asking about Christmas. They're designed. I've got to get them sent in. The priority was getting these back in stock. So we have this one. We have, I'm trying to think of the other ones that we have. Oh, we have two that are just verses. So if you like just these black and white, they're not black and white. They're like black and transparent. We have two sets that are just no color there. So you could use any color in the background that you want. But here's just one idea of what you could do. That's not a card. That's not a sign, just a little something different. This is adorable. I'm probably gonna have to keep it because I don't want to give it away, but what do you think? Do you think you ladies would want to try this? Have you used the technique before where you pour the paint on the inside? I've done it. This is only the second time I've done it. And the first time I used a blue, it didn't work out as good, but I couldn't get the consistency right. So just less is more when you're pouring the paint in there. Just a little bit of paint, a little bit of water, see what you got, a little bit of paint, a little bit of water, see what you got. And then the key is just making sure that you have enough inside there that you can take it all the way to the top. So I'm going to let this dry and then I'll take some pictures, but they're back in stock. And one more question, is Christian craft paper just for jars to put on plates, or can you put it on shirts? You could, I wouldn't put it on a shirt because you can't wash it. No. What we've done is we've used canvas bags. I'm trying to see, I don't have one on here, but we've done canvas bags for like gift bags or fabric bags for gift bags. But I wouldn't put it on like a tea towel or anything going through the wash because it's not gonna last the wash is the problem. But you could do like anything that you're not going to use to wash and wear. Like if you wanted to do like an ornament, which if you love Christmas ornaments and you love the rub-on transfers, that is what's coming. Yes, you could put it on canvas for frames. So anything that's not going to go through the wash, you're completely fine. I will tell you, when you add it to any type of fabric, you are going to need a stronger tool like this precision transfer tool, because you have to really get in there. It takes a lot of elbow grease to get in there and get the fibers, and it takes a lot of patience. So it's completely worth it because it looks like it's hand painted, but it's not as easy. Like glass is literally the easiest. Wood is so easy. Plastic is so easy. Metal is so easy. Wood is probably a little bit more, but when you get to fabric, you are going to have to work it in there. A lot of patience. Don't lift it really quickly. Make sure it's worked in there because you have all of the weaves of the fabric that you've got to get the vinyl into to stick. So it does take a little bit more. I'll be doing more Christmas ornament type things when we get a little bit closer and when I get the next set in. License plates, you could put it on a license plate. I would seal it though. Again, like I have this, what is it? I gotta find it. Varnish. I have the varnish sealers, and again, these are on Melanie's Favorite Things. You can get a link to these. I would seal it with a sealant like this, or you could use an acrylic spray sealer. I have that as well, like the ones I use for my coasters. As long as you seal it, you could put it on anything that goes outside, but you've got to seal it, and I do a couple layers. All right, I love it. I want to thank you everybody for watching. Again, these are available on the site now. Nona, because I know you're on YouTube, so it doesn't let me do the link, but you can just go to christiancraftpaper.com. These are under accents if you need to look at the tab. I do have a Facebook page, Nona. It's actually what I'm streaming for on the other side, so it's at Christian Craft Paper. You can follow us there. And we also have a couple groups that you can jump into if you want to share crafts that you're making. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Those of you that are members, don't forget tomorrow night is our bonus crafting night in the group. We're going to be doing the Jenga block signs. So those of you, I know a bunch of you ordered the Jenga block sign kits. You don't have to order them from me. If you have the Jenga blocks, then just use those. But you're going to need the 5 Jenga blocks, and we're going to be using the printables. I'm going to be using the printables, but you're more than welcome to use napkins for those of you that are in the napkin clubs, or any other type of printable or napkin will work. And I'm actually going to be using the fabric from the bag too, so you're going to want some canvas. But Nana, I will jump in and I will try and get you the link on YouTube to the free Facebook group where you can join the other crafters. It's the Christian Craftaholics on Facebook. And so I'll get you that link as soon as I get off here. But I want to thank you all for watching. I will see you next week. It will most likely be on Tuesday. It was a little wonky this week, but usually I'm live on Tuesdays, and usually it's a little bit later in the afternoon. But I felt so bad not getting to you ladies yesterday. I wanted to jump on right away. So again, thank you. Oh, Sherry says she just found my page this week and she's headed to shop. Sherry, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you found us. Cindy says, adorable. I know, right, Cindy? I have not done a jar yet, and I probably need to do a candle. Well, I've done the Dollar Tree candles before, but this is super cute. I kind of wish I would have got more of these jars at IKEA. I really want to do these for Christmas. I think these would be a great seller for Christmas gifts. So I'm going to have to go back or go online and order some more of these for IKEA. And if IKEA ships, you could just order them from there. They probably put them in those separated wooden cardboard, you know, like they have the wine box type things. And Nana, I will go ahead and when I jump off here, I'll get you the link to the Facebook page too. All right, ladies. Again, thanks so much. I hope you have a blessed week, and until next time, happy crafting.